G'day people, I'm back. Now the last video I made was a not entirely successful pumpkin pie. I mean, crust was fine, the filling was pumpkin-y, but orange and chocolate, I couldn't work out what the problem was, but it didn't really taste like it should taste. Certainly not how I envisaged pumpkin pie. Was it the orange? Was it the chocolate? Was it the cinnamon? You know, not sure. I mean, I should know, but I really don't. So what I'm going to do is test a bunch of combinations. This is what you've got to do if you're working on a recipe. You've got to try stuff out, see what works, see what doesn't, and you know, go the way it tastes good, and throw away the stuff that doesn't taste good, doesn't work in combination. So that's what I'm going to do. So the first thing I've got to do is find out whether baked pumpkin is good in this recipe compared to steamed pumpkin. So, first thing I've got to do is to cook the pumpkin. So I've got a pumpkin here which I grew. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut it. Pumpkin, voila, and I'm going to bake, so I'm going to bake half of it, so I'll bake that one, just put it on the tray and stick it in the oven. So I'm going to bake that for an hour. Probably an hour at, I'm starting at 200 degrees. I'll probably stick with the 200 degrees Celsius. I think that's the way to go. And I'm going to steam some. Now what I want to do is, I want to replicate the conditions, the amounts I need for a pie. So essentially what I'm going to do is have 350 grams, normally I'd have 700 or 800 grams of pumpkin and in the pie. So in this case I'm going to do probably 400 grams of baked and 400 grams of steamed, and I'll keep them separate. And I've got a muffin tray here with 12 holes in it, so I can do 12 I can compare 12 tests. So and I've got a spreadsheet, so I know exactly what I'm testing. So it's going to be baked on one side, steamed on the other, and then I'm going to make the milk and sugar and egg that go in. I'm going to, they're basically custard. I mean, it's basically custard mixed with pumpkin. That's what the filling is. So what I'm going to do is make half of them with brown sugar, half of them with white sugar, and then I'll try combinations of lemon and chocolate, orange and chocolate, no lemon, and then lemon, and then ginger and cinnamon, and no lemon, no cinnamon. These kinds of things. I've got them all worked out on the spreadsheet. That's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll just, good old difficult to deal with pumpkin, eh? It's so hard to cut it if it's not cooked. So hard to cut. This one doesn't look as ripe as ideal, but anyway, it'll be right. I think I'll use a different knife. I think this knife might be better for this part of the journey. Yeah, definitely not as ripe as the last pumpkin, but it'll be alright. And it cost me nothing. I grew it, might as well eat it. Even if it's not perfect, it'll still be okay. So, just cut off the rind. As I mentioned in a previous recipe, forget the peeler, the potato peeler. Waste of time that is. If you're doing pumpkin, it's just too tough. So I don't bother with the peeler. just cut off the rind with a sharp knife, like this. And then this is why you want a thin, sharp knife. Oh, by the way, this is how I nearly cut my thumb tendon. This is where you've got to be very careful, because what you tend to do is hold it like that, and then it slips and cuts, you see. Be very careful. I nearly did it to myself, so I know how easy it is. Too easy. Too easy, as they say. Anyway, just keep the knife away from you, almost cut away from you, and you'll be alright. Only problem is when you're cutting the pulp out, you can cut the pulp out just moving away from you, so that's what you should do. Like, your tendency is to do it this way, but a safer option is to do it this way. You don't have as much control, but safer. He said doing it the other way. I mean, it's just natural to do it towards yourself, but it's not safe. So I just start it going towards the chopping board, actually. Now we can just take the rest, going away. Molto bene. How many of you watched my Italian video? Where I did it all in Italian. And for sure it was not perfect. For sure. I know that. But at least I had a go. I had a go, people. That's the Australian way. Have a bloody go. Have a bloody go, you mug. So, you know, sure. I'm not actually Italian, so it's alright. At least I had a go. And I'm sure any Italian that watched it would know what I was saying. Even if I was making mistakes, they still understand. It's like people from foreign countries coming to Australia, you know. It's easy to criticise people's English language skills, but if you're not born in an English language country, it's pretty bloody hard to learn another language. You know, if you haven't tried it, bloody give it a go. It ain't easy. I'll tell you, it's not easy. To get to conversational level in another language, it's not easy. It takes work. But you can get there, but you have to try, you have to work. You know? You've got to get yourself a teach yourself book, and you've got to go through it, and you've got to do the exercises and learn the vocabulary and learn the grammar. And you know, grammar can be very, very difficult when the grammar is not the same as English, and no other language is exactly the same as English. Good old steamer. Good old steamer. I'll just get some water in the kettle. Steamed pumpkin. Normally our steamed pumpkins, I think it's probably the best way to do it, although baked is very good too. Baked is very good, steamed is very good. Question is, which of the two is better in a pie? That's the question. So, what I'm going to do is weigh, oops, I want 350 or 400 grams, no more than 400 grams. That's exactly 400 grams. What a fluke. What a fluke. Just get a plastic bag. Excess. Chuck it in the fridge in a plastic bag, keep for a week or two. Got a fantastic recipe coming up. So I can foreshadow while I'm waiting for the water to boil. A fantastic recipe, baked pasta with fish and preserved lemon. It's a real winner. A real winner. I mean, I'm sure I'll get this pumpkin pie perfected and it'll be good. But I'm telling you, this baked pasta with the fish and preserved lemon, wow. A real festival for the taste buds, I'll tell you. Alright, so I'm just going to steam these for half an hour. And I'll just leave them, I'll mash them actually. I'll mash them and I'll pull out the baked pumpkin when that's done, and I'll mash that separately. So I'll have two bowls of mashed pumpkin, and then I'm going to take you through the process of all the different variations I'm going to try. So I'll be back in about an hour. Back. So, just a matter of peeling up the skin. The pumpkin is baked. The other pumpkin has steamed, and I've already mashed that. So we just take the skin off. It just peels off. Look at that. And it certainly smells good. I mean, who doesn't like baked pumpkin, right? It's really good, right? But whether it works in the pie, well, that's what we've got to find out. I'm really not sure. I mean, in theory it should be great, but is it? Is it? Sometimes in the world of cooking, things don't always go exactly as you would hope, or as you would expect. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And you just have to adapt. I suppose, like everything in life, in the words of Robert Burns, the best laid plans of mice and men gang off the gley. And indeed they do. Things don't always work out, often don't work out the way you planned them. Often. You know, and if you think life works out the way you planned, well, you should try living. And you'll discover it doesn't. Or it doesn't necessarily. It might. I mean, at times things go according to plan, but how often? How often do things really go according to plan? So my question without notice is, how much does it weigh? How much does it weigh? Does it weigh weigh 400 grams, more or less? Let's find out. One of them weighs 195 and the other one brings that up to, wait for it, oh, very close to 400, very close. So I've done well. 380, pretty close. I'm happy with that, so put this away. Been eating that. All that, and I'll keep this. So just mash. Look at that. Mash as easy as you like. Easy as you like. Beautiful. Squish, squish, splash, splash, mish, mish, mash, mash. There you go. That's poetry. Right. Now, remember, baked on the left, on my left, steamed on my right. So, done with that. So I'm going to put some in, I'm going to put half in one bowl, half in the other, right? So baked in there, baked in here. So baked on my left. I've got it written on the sheet here, so theoretically I shouldn't forget. I mean, even if I do forget, it'll be right there for me to remember. Alright, that's one. This is the steamed. They're both hot, which is great. Nice hot. Hot mashed pumpkin. Great. We got enough? Hopefully. Hopefully there's enough. We hope. Just do a preliminary taste. That is steamed. Straight away I can tell there is a difference. The baked has got a some kind of strong, it's quite a strong thing. Smoother character, but it's not just smooth, it's something else. Hard to put my finger on it, but maybe Jamie Oliver's wrong. Maybe it's not better baked. Maybe it's better steamed. Subtle difference. But there is a difference between the two. Right. Now I'm going to make some custardy thing. Right. So one egg. So I'm going to make one custardy thing with white sugar and one with brown. And on the face of it, you'd think brown sugar is going to taste better, but would it actually taste better? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. So, the first one we're going to try with brown sugar. So half a cup of brown sugar, one egg, there you go, brown sugar, whoops, don't drop the measuring cup into the egg, and then you put in half a cup of milk, and there it is, it'll be sort of custard base. mix it up with the pumpkin, and you've got really got custardy pumpkin really at the end of the day. At the end of the day, that's what you got. Get my phone. Alright, half a cup of milk. Like so. And makes a sloppy mess. But that's okay, because hopefully it sets in the oven, you see. You put half in one bowl, half in the other. So, I'll just give these a wash. Like so. Don't have to be too anal about it, we're just going to make more custard in the other one. Right. That one is the brown sugar. Pen, and I'll write white and brown. Now we should be able to see which one's which, but just in case, I'll write it on it. We make up the same thing again. Get a whisk. Instant custard. I mean, it's not totally instant, but it doesn't take very long, people. It's pretty close to instant. Good on you, Mars, stupid fool. It's my own fault. Didn't do that well at all. Not at all. Alright, chuck that in there. Chuck that in there. Scrape it back into the the bench is pretty clean. Maybe it's not completely clean. Whatever. Accidents happen, you know. Accidents happen. No point crying over spilt sugar. Let's just clean up this bench a bit before we go any further. So, let's have a quick look. Won't hurt anyone. Quick look. You know what I didn't do? I didn't turn the other light on. There we go. How's that? Better? Now look at this. That's egg and sugar. That's what that is. Hang on. Turn it on first, Mars. No. That's egg and sugar. Ta-da. Then we put half a cup of milk in. Half a cup of milk. Like so. Yeah, I shoot these videos at various times of the day, and I've got the window Sometimes there's a lot of daylight coming in, sometimes it's really bright, sometimes it's cloudy, it's not bright. Sometimes it's night time, there's no daylight at all. Today is in fact afternoon. Today is afternoon. So there's light coming in. What you don't want is light behind you, then it blows out it makes the camera underexposed if there's light behind you, so you don't want that. That's why I've got the blind down. But because the other one's open, the window right next to the camera in front of me is letting in the daylight. Even though it's cloudy, there's still quite a bit of light coming in, so it tends to be on this side, so I need something to balance it on that side. That's why I've got this halogen lamp up on the ceiling that I used to use for oil painting when I was oil painting in here. No, it wasn't oil painting, it was acrylic painting. Right, that's that one. So that one is brown sugar and baked, and this one is brown sugar and steamed. Just got to mix it on in, set up well. This one's a bit more sloppy, but I think maybe it's sloppy because there's a little bit less steamed pumpkin than there is baked pumpkin, I think. Even though there was 400 grams of steam before I steamed it, but I didn't measure it afterwards, and maybe some of it shrank a bit in the steaming process. I don't know. Maybe. Alright, that's done, so we just need to use this again. In. There you go. Oh. That'll do. So we should be able to tell the difference. So these two are white across here. So the white sugar, you should be able to tell which one's brown and which one's white just by looking at it, but it's not a huge, the difference isn't as big as you might have expected, but I guess it is definitely a bit more yellow. This one's a little bit more yellow, definitely. Yeah. Alright, yeah, definitely. So you can easily tell that. Easily tell. Very sweet. Tastes basically the same. Brown sugar, noticeably less sweet. Noticeably. Yes. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is clean this bench up. Hang on, first thing I'm going to do, first of all, I'm just going to video these. You can see them. Alright, so that one is the baked and brown sugar. That's baked and white sugar, steamed and white sugar, and baked, steamed and brown sugar. 4 of them, and so I'll be getting three muffin holes from each of these. So I'm just going to clean up the bench, and I'm going to grease the muffin tray with butter, and I'll be back. Okay, we're ready to go now. Got the muffin tray all greased with butter. Now I'll just show you what I've got here. So here we've got lemon and orange. That's the lemon zest, the orange zest. There's the greased muffin tray. Now notice this little black dot there, little black star. That matches the little black star here on the spreadsheet. So I know it's laid out exactly like the spreadsheet. I'm just going to put the mixture in according to the spreadsheet. And of course there's the white custard and there's the brown. So, baked pumpkin. We want the white custard in that one. We want the brown custard in that. Steamed pumpkin, we want the white and we want the brown. So we'll start with the baked custard with the white. Sorry. Baked pumpkin, white custard. As you can see, I'm going to have too much, but that's okay. Perfectly reasonable to have too much. Not a problem. Oh. Better have too much than not enough. That one's done. Baked custard, baked pumpkin and brown custard. So stir it in. Okay, looks about right. Now we've got the steamed pumpkin and the white custard. Yeah, definitely more sloppy, can't be helped. So obviously the texture is going to be unfairly different, but that's only the texture, the taste should be the same. Taste should be the same. Alright, that's the white, and then this one is the brown. Going to be interesting to see what works and what doesn't, isn't it? I mean, this is quite the scientific way to do it, you know. Well. So the first row is just going to be plain. Just plain pumpkin. Plain pumpkin and custard, that's all. Yeah, lemon and choc. So, put some lemon and choc in there, and just lemon in there. Maybe a couple more. Don't know how to do it. And orange. Oops. Orange and choc, and orange and cinnamon. Orange and ginger. Yeah, I got more lemon zest than I did orange zest, and I guess that's down to the quality of the orange, I suppose. Alright, some orange juice. I don't know how much we're going to need, but whatever I don't use I'm going to drink, so it's all going to be good. Orange, bit of orange, 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 drink the rest. Fresh orange juice, can't argue with that. I do the same thing with the lemon. Lemon off the tree. It's been a long dry summer here, which is now finished, and autumn. Long dry summer and autumn, so it's funny what happens with the lemons under those conditions. They start out, you look at them and they look nice and big and yellow, but sometimes inside they're no good. Sometimes. That'll do, we don't overdo it. Now, lemon and chalk. I mean, it's not going to be ideal. I'm going to have to stir it around when I get it out. But it can't be helped. I can't melt them into the mixture at this point in time. So I'll just stir them around. So you want a bit of cinnamon. I mean, this is not, it's not like using proper, not like using proper stick cinnamon, but it's still cinnamon, so it'll have to do. I'm not gonna break up a stick for the sake of a little experiment. Lemon and ginger, a little bit of ginger, powdered ginger, powdered ginger. Now just stir them around, make sure it's all mixed in well. Nice, that'll do. And this one. Yeah, that's way running. It's running away. Oh, cinnamon doesn't want to mix in. It's hydrophobic. Cinnamon is hydrophobic. Look at the colour. God. Change the colour. I'll just wipe this. Well, I'll wash it, not wipe it. And mix this one in. Again, hydrophobic cinnamon. Non-wetting. Non-wetting, which probably doesn't help the flavour process if it doesn't want to dissolve. That's alright. It's in there. It's fine. Fine. The ginger's, obviously ginger's a lot easier to mix in. Scientific cookery, folks. Hester Blumenthal can do it. I can do it. Well, up to a point. I don't happen to have a flask of liquid nitrogen handy like he does, but that's alright. I'm not planning to do anything that spectacular or exotic. Alright, so you put the chocolate in the middle, and you know, hopefully it'll melt, but it'll just be a gooey chocolatey middle. That's all right. It'll give me an idea. It'll let me know whether the chocolate works or not. I've already tried the chocolate, you know, with the with that fish recipe. And honestly, the chocolate was fine. It was totally fine. Totally fine. So, wait and see. Not going to jump the gun. I will wait until these little tasters are ready, and then I'll find out for sure. Squash that down. Put it in the oven. I know where I am because I've got the black dot. Hang on. Let's just film it up close and personal. Let's have a look. Up close and personal. There they are. There's the spreadsheet, and there's the reality. Everyone is different. In they go. In the oven for, oh, it could be up to half an hour, but might only be 20 minutes. I'll come back when they're done. Alright, we've been through all the hard bit, time for the fun bit. It's all cooked, perfectly cooked. You can see when you put a knife in, it just stays completely open and doesn't come out with a whole lot of fluidy stuff on it, so it's cooked. Well, we'll just show you what that looks like close up. So that one's orange and ginger, lemon and ginger, orange and cinnamon. Sorry, I got that wrong. Orange and ginger, lemon and cinnamon, orange and cinnamon, lemon and ginger, lemon and chocolate, orange, lemon, orange and chocolate, and these are all plain across the top, but they are baked pumpkin and white custard, baked pumpkin and brown sugar, steamed pumpkin and white custard, steamed pumpkin and brown sugar. For those who forgot, there's the spreadsheet. So I know where I am because I've got that mark and that mark. We're all good. So let's start with the orange and ginger. That's steamed pumpkin and brown sugar. Yeah, not bad. Tastes good. Oh. Lemon and cinnamon. Very strong. Very strong. But I think overpowering the lemon and cinnamon. And it's quite nice actually, but it's very strong. I really taste the lemon. I really taste the cinnamon. It's a little bit sour from the lemon, but it overpowers the pumpkin. You don't really taste the pumpkin so much. And this one is orange and cinnamon. It's alright. It's okay. Nothing like as strong as the lemon and cinnamon. The lemon and cinnamon just blows this one away, but this one doesn't overpower the pumpkin so much. Now, I'm not sold on the orange, Jamie Oliver. I'm not sold. Lemon and ginger. Nice. And this is the traditional way. Lemon and ginger is the tradition. And I think maybe they're right. I think they're right. Definitely seems better than the orange. And the ginger does work. And it doesn't overpower the pumpkin in the way that the cinnamon, like this one with the cinnamon, wow, it's amazing, but it does overpower the pumpkin. Now we've got the chocolate. Alright, so here's the question, does the chocolate work? Is the chocolate a good idea or a bad idea? That is pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. So, it's a bit different. Well, it's obviously different to the non-chocolatey things, but it's good. Lemon and chocolate, good. It's good. Does overpower pumpkin a bit. Now we've got just orange, just plain orange. Sorry, Jamie Oliver, I don't know, maybe people are right, maybe you just don't have it when it comes to in the taste buds, because that's not special. That's not special. I mean, it's alright, it's not horrible or anything, but it's not horrible, but it's not great, you know. It's not a marriage made in heaven. Whatever the hell you said, Jamie Oliver, about it being a marriage made in heaven, no, it isn't. It's not bad, but it's not great. It doesn't deserve the title marriage in heaven. Lemon and pumpkin is definitely better than orange and pumpkin. Did you hear that? Alright, now here's the lemon. This is the alternative. I compare that to that. That was orange, this is just lemon. Just better. The lemon, just better. Like, you know, if you're watching this, Jamie, which you probably aren't, but if you do, just try it yourself. Do one with orange, one with lemon. Compare them. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you do. Lemon works better. And here we go. Orange and chocolate. Pumpkin, orange and chocolate. The classic. Is it a good idea or is it a bad idea? No. 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 Orange and chocolate is a classic, but not with pumpkin. Not with pumpkin. It's not horrible, but again, it's not good. So that's what's wrong. That was what was wrong with my pie, the orange. It really doesn't work. It's much better with lemon. Much better with lemon. That's the lemon and chocolate. That's the orange and chocolate. And honestly, it's clear as day. Right, and these were the plain ones. It's a simple test between white sugar, brown sugar, steamed and baked pumpkin. So, we start with steamed pumpkin and brown sugar. Yep, I mean, it's a mild flavour. Pumpkin's fair, mildish. Now we've got steamed pumpkin with white sugar. You know what? Just better with the white sugar. You really taste the pumpkin more. Now we try the brown sugar and baked pumpkin. The baked pumpkin tastes like baked pumpkin, right? Oh, it sounds obvious. And baked pumpkin's fantastic in a roast, right? It's absolutely fantastic, it's magic. But is it better in a pie? Is it better in a pie? That's the question. White sugar, yeah, can make some definite statements now. White sugar is better than brown sugar in a pumpkin pie. Get that? Better. Now, it's baked is baked pumpkin better than steamed? Steamed doesn't have such a strong flavour. Baked pumpkin's got a bit more flavour. It's definitely got more flavour, but is it the flavour you want in a pumpkin pie? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced. Like maybe it is, maybe it isn't. So this is all baked. So this is baked pumpkin with white sugar and chocolate, right? And lemon. Good. Good, good. And this is baked. This is baked pumpkin with white sugar and ginger and lemon. Maybe it's too mild. I didn't put much ginger in. Maybe I could have put more ginger in. The steamed pumpkin with lemon and cinnamon. That is the strongest one of the lot. But it's kind of overpowering. If you want to taste the pumpkin, that's overpowering. So I think that cinnamon is out. I think don't put cinnamon in. And definitely don't put orange in. Orange and pumpkin, not a good combination. Not good. Orange and ginger, what was that like? Yeah. Orange and pumpkin, no. No, just say no. Jamie Oliver, I don't know what's wrong with you, man. It should be pretty obvious if you try one against the other, it doesn't work. It's not horrible, but it's not good. I don't know how you could possibly have got that wrong, Jamie. I'm disappointed in you. So the plain lemon, honestly, plain lemon, very nice. Very good. Very good. Just pumpkin, white sugar, lemon. Very nice. I mean, I could go with that. Very good. What was the... Then you put chocolate in. I don't know the chocolate makes it better. Chocolate's not bad. It does overpower the... It does tend to overpower the pumpkin. Brown sugar, bland. That taste is bland. The brown sugar kind of drags it down to this brown mediocrity, right? You don't get the sharp flavour. The white sugar keeps the taste of the pumpkin, but you get the sharp sweetness of the sugar. Sharp sweet sugar, and you get the taste of the pumpkin. It's good. And then you mix that with lemon. So there it is. Worked it out. Or have I worked it out? It's not critical whether you bake it or whether you steam it. They're both good. The baked pumpkin has a little bit more flavour, but I'm not convinced that that's the flavour you want, but it's fine. It's good. It's totally fine. The steamed pumpkin definitely works. Definitely works with the white sugar. So white sugar, steamed pumpkin, lemon, or you can use baked pumpkin. But I think I'll probably just use the steamed. Don't worry about the spices. Don't worry about them. I mean, there's maybe the lemon, ginger. No, I think just leave the lemon. White sugar, steamed pumpkin, lemon, nothing else. That's the bomb. That's the bomb. Right? Now you know. You saw it first here. We know how to make pumpkin pie now, so in a week or two I'll do another pumpkin pie recipe, and this will be the basis of it. See you then.